January 26, Diary of a Closed City. Born in 1955 in Nanjing, Fang Fang moved to the city when she was 2 years old, and has lived there for most of her life. Almost immediately, her diary drew interest from people across China eager for news from Wuhan, where residents and experts believed that the numbers of cases were much higher than official statistics said. Thank you all for your concern and sympathy. The people of Wuhan are still at a critical time. They have moved past their initial terror, helplessness, anxiety and stress, and are much calmer and steadier. But still they need to be comforted and cheered on by everyone. As things stand, most Wuhan people are no longer paralyzed by shock. My initial idea had been to start from December 31st, recounting my journey from feeling alarmed to breathing easier. But that would have taken too long to write, so I'll stick to putting down my latest impressions in real time, slowly compiling a diary of a closed city. There was more bad news. My daughter told me yesterday that a friend's father, who already had liver cancer, came down with a suspected case of infection and was taken to hospital. But nobody was on hand to save him and he died in 3 hours. That happened 2 or 3 days ago. Over the phone, she sounded very broken up. January 31st, on nearly every deserted, rain-swept street, a cleaning worker still meticulously swept away. Fang Fang also used her diaries to give a flavor of life in Wuhan, a sprawling, riverside city that last year hosted the Military World Games, bringing together athletes from armed forces across the globe. During the Military World Games, housing along the main streets was festooned with lights, each side twinkling in turn. Back then it felt like way too much for eyes and minds, it got on your nerves. Now driving down the chilly, deserted streets, those vibrant, flashing lights feel kind of comforting. Truly, that was then, and this is now. The little supermarkets are still open, and vegetable sellers are still on the street side. I bought some vegetables on the curb and picked up eggs and milk from a supermarket. It took stops at 3 supermarkets before I tracked down one with eggs. I asked if they were worried about becoming infected by staying open now. Their answer was matter of fact, we have to get through this, and so do you. True, they have to go on living and so do we, that's the way it is. I often admire these working people. Sometimes a brief chat with them leaves me feeling mysteriously calm. It was like that in those days and nights when Wuhan was gripped by the worst panic, and cold with wind and rain. On nearly every deserted, rain-swept street, a cleaning worker still meticulously swept away. Seeing them, I felt ashamed about feeling so tense, and all of a sudden I would calm down.